Yeah, your Mickey Mouse boy Vasile garage up in here. As you can tell, got the jacket on, I got a bee on, and there's no way I'm working on the garage today because I think I'm catching a cold or something. Got a bad headache the other day, just not feeling very good. But today, what I want to talk to you about, I showed you earlier in this earlier clip when I removed the firewall, but I'm going to show you exactly what you need to do in order to remove your firewall. Okay, so what we got here, it's a 2001 Acura Integra LS. All right, first of all, let's get to the firewall. All right, despite the fact that you need to drill about 300 some plus holes, be ready to do that. Best way to do it, before we go into it, the best way to do it, you want to use a pallet bit. So you want to use like a 1/8 drill bit and a unit bit. To give an example, you want to use that right there. See that small drill bit? And you got the unit bit. That's your fastest way, the smartest way, however you want to do it. That's the best way. I use pretty much just this unit bit right here, both the whole right-hand drive, not right-hand drive, to remove the left-hand drive. So you should be good right there with 2 unit bits. One to remove the old one, and one to remove the one after. Anyway, so pretty much what you need to do, we should probably just go to the car. It makes it a lot easier. I'm gonna walk in here and show you. Well, before you even go into that, what I want to tell you guys, it's very important that you secure your front end. Before you even secure your front end, what you want to do is you want to take measurements. I mean, you can never go wrong with measurements. Take measurements like I did. I took measurements from this right here to the other one, from this one to the other fender, this one to the top of the car, from this bolt to the top right here. I took measurements from this edge right here to the other edge, from this edge to the other edge, from this edge right here all the way to the other side, from each edge to the other side. I mean, I took measurements from side to side. I took measurements at the bottom. That's another important thing I want to talk to you about, is that right there. What I did right there, as you can tell, I welded a piece of metal from the frame rails to keep the hole back in aligned. So my subframe, when my subframe goes back in, you got to make sure that all this is lined up. As you can tell, I even roll my measurements for the subframe from center to center. It's very important. Same thing right here. I use a tie bar, so actually you can keep the towers lined up, so that way when everything goes back on, it will go tied up. I use a crash bar, and I also use my K-tune traction bar. As you know, I'm going tie bar front end, so that's why I don't have the core support on here. Just to give you an example, look at this. Can you see that? Look how weak that is. Well, right now it's all stiff because I welded this bait. This is on a, you know, later video how I shaped all this right here, and then I add all this metal and I welded this bracket because I want everything nice and tight. But it's very important that you weld something at the bottom. You make sure you put the top. Some people just like to weld stuff from here to here, from here to there, but not me. And then also support your car. So you're gonna make sure, if you set your car on a certain standard, which mine right now, it's my lift is locked in. My lift is not gonna go any lower than that. It's not gonna go any higher. And I have the jack stands exactly. I have this jack stands exactly how it was when I pulled it off. Exactly same measurement. And I have measurement from the bottom to this, plus the measurements to here to there. So when you weld it, you just lift up a little bit to make sure you have the measurements right. This is something very important that you don't want to leave out. I don't care if you go ahead and start drilling. As soon as you started drilling and things are coming out and you didn't secure your front end, man, you're going to be in trouble. I'm telling you right now, your car's going to drive crooked. You're going to have all kinds of problems. So I'm going to go ahead and walk you through it. I'm going to start on this side. Whatever I do on this side, it's going to apply to the other side. So pretty much there's some screws right. There's some spot welds right here. There's also some right here. And in order to get to this right here, you got to take this piece off right here, which it's in the trunk right there. You see that on both sides. So in order to get to some of those holes, which is one here too, you actually have to remove this piece right here to get to that. What's up?
Can Mom come in the video?
No.
No?
No. Because it's not a mommy video. Anyways, and you gotta take that piece in order to do that. And again, there's spot welds everywhere. In order to get that, you just follow your spot welds, you know. And then right here at the top, you got a, see that there's a weld that you actually need to cut it. You gotta cut it here, you gotta cut it here in order to clear up, because this is welded to the firewall. So you gotta cut the welds here, gotta cut it, and you gotta drill these two out. See what I'm saying? And then of course you got a little other ones that are actually this piece right here. It's also attached up to the firewall. I raised this up because this actually is gonna be welded on to the firewall as well once it's gonna be back in. And then you're going to have to drill here, as you can tell, all the way down. The reason you're drilling this also is attached to the firewall. Also, it's attached to the plate. That plate is gonna be for your what do you call it? That's where your dashboard, your dash is gonna bolt in. So you're gonna have to remove this plate right here. There's a plate right here. That's very important that you gotta remove that. Now, that being said, you cannot take this plate off unless you take the firewall off. And the reason I say that is because there's some bolts, there's some rev nuts, right? Bolts. I mean, you gotta drill this out right here, and this is actually on top of the firewall, so you cannot get to this unless you take the firewall out. So you cannot take this piece out with it. See what I'm saying? So it's very important that you remove those plates after you take that the firewall. Okay, so pretty much just gonna go ahead and go down here. Boom, 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 boom. You stop there. Don't do what I did. Don't go down. And then you got these ones right here. Boom, 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 boom. And it goes up here, and it goes up in here again. All right. Now you're gonna have right here underneath. If you look underneath right here, you see that it goes all the way from there, and you follow the frame rail, and it goes down here, and it continues up here. See that? That's the frame rail, and then you got the floorboard, which goes pretty much all the way across. That's a different piece. Goes from one side to the other. Do not forget the frame rails. Don't, despite the fact the piece that I welded right here to keep it together. And now we're gonna go on the east side. I'm gonna show you on the east side. I know it might be a little bit a long video, but just bear with me. Alrighty. Now, as we're talking on the east side, as I mentioned it, you gotta drill this out, which they go all the way from this side to the other side. And then, right here, also the firewall is gonna have a piece that goes down here. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I don't think that one was on there. You gotta remove these ones in order to get that one off. And then you have these ones right here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Those are kind of actually hard to drill out. It's right there on that crack. You see that? They're not just power welded, but also there's actually welded. Like it's, you know, you actually have to like get a chisel and just cut in between. And the firewall actually goes in between here, and then you close this up and then you weld them together. All right, and then you gotta drill those ones. Boom, 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 boom. Now right here, that's where the firewall is gonna go in. Now those are gonna be some spot welds, kind of like this right there. See that? Kind of those two. Those two, they're gonna be right here too. So be careful how you cut those out, because you're gonna have to weld it back in here once you get the other one in. Now there's a plate that goes here. That's the plate that you take off in order to screw on your dashboard, because I believe the right-hand drive has got different hardware to mount your dash. So that's why you gotta remove this, which I removed it. After you remove your firewall, then you remove this piece. Same thing, when you take it off the other car, you come here and you weld it. And I think there's a spot, there's spots where actually you can weld the other one back together. I think there's got a little crease that goes around here, and I think you got this right here to line it up. That's what this holds right there, so you can line up that piece that goes down. Get it down in there, and do not weld it yet, because you're gonna have to put your core support. That piece goes in there. All right. And that pretty much just kind of applies to the other side as well. So don't forget all your measurements. You probably have to forget you weld about 300 power welds. Don't do what I did. See, I drew some wrong holes on the frame. You're not supposed to drill those, but see, I covered them back up. I just welded them back up. I also welded those for the subframe just to stiffen it up a little bit, make it stiffer. And yeah, and see, like this one's right here. I drilled this out. You're not supposed to drill those out. Some people say you gotta drill them out. I gotta weld those back up. So just kinda for the inside. And I know there's not enough you can say about this right hand drive, because I watched those videos back and forth a bunch of times. So I'll just go ahead and do a recap with you guys since I'm right here on the inside. The inside, pretty much like I said before, you worry about this problem, and I'm gonna go show you over there. You just gotta have to weld out the bottom here. You gotta cut it here. You're gonna have to cut it right there. You're gonna have to, you know, pretty much drill the whole floorboard. Same thing on the other side. And then you gotta drill it all the way over here. You know, those right there, you cannot drill it from the inside because it's got an extra plate on the firewall right here. So actually you gotta drill this from underneath the car. You see what I'm saying? So that's kind of the sucky part about that. Now, before I took the front end, before I took the firewall, I had the car way up in the air, so it was a lot easier for me to drill up. But having a lift, it's a lot easier for me. So I'm gonna go ahead and walk up to now I'm getting my right hand drive from HMO, and it's still a couple weeks out, so I wasn't able to get it in time. So that's why I'm doing body work, as you can tell right here. You know, shape the antenna, I shaped the wiper gear right there, and then, you know, shaving the decals and stuff, working on the hood. But so this is the plates I was telling you about. You know what I'm saying? And you watch it because this is sharp. You know, pretty much drill it there, bottom, top, over. As like I mentioned it, see that circle right there? That's actually how you're gonna line this up, you know? And this goes around right there, what I showed you, that 10mm bolt. So you remove those because I believe the right hand driver's got different clips going up. But again, just a recap. At the bottom there, those are at the bottom right there. Those are attached to the floorboard, okay? Alright, now this is the frame. They go up, boom, frame. This is the frame. Okay, see that? See that? You drew those from by the wheel bay. These ones, just by the wheel. Alright. At the top here, don't forget it. You're gonna have to cut it right there, and then right there, there's two spots you can cut it. You know. And then don't forget you gotta drill it here. That's how you have to take that piece off so you can drill this out. Yeah, buddy. And that's pretty much it. Don't forget to save your the stoppers for the windshield once you put your new windshield. Actually, believe it or not, I got me a Downstar plates kit. Actually, I'm gonna cover all these holes, all these bumps and stuff. That's kind of cool. But yeah, sorry if if I didn't make myself clear of how to remove it. Just be free to drop a comment down below, and I'll try to my best to respond back to you as soon as I can. And you know, I mean, I just wish you a good luck with the right hand drive conversion. I think you know, right now I'm just doing way too big of a project. You know, I'm shaving the bay, I'm painting the car, doing a full case swap change. I mean, it's just way. I'm doing a full restoration on this build, and it's to be honest, it's already overwhelming for me because I'm just one guy. As you can tell, this whole build, I might have a friend here and there that might want to come by and hang out, and I just give him a tool. Hey man, you know what I'm saying? While I'm working, just right here, help me out with this. But other than that, I don't ask for help. I'm just here doing my thing, and just pretty much try to take pride in my work and what I do. I know the rough in on this bay is not done. It's rough in, so it looks ugly, I know. But once it's all cleaned up and sealed and bundled and smoothed down and everything, it's gonna look good, I hope. It's gonna be a street car. They're gonna see it, hopefully. You're watching this video later on in person, and you're able to see all these videos and connect with the car and see like, yeah, I remember that. That car was so rough. It looked so, yeah, not so good, and now it looks so good. But anyways, hopefully this video is inspiring and answer some of your questions, because I know when before I even started taking this firewall, it was overwhelming for me as well. And it's a lot of work, I'm not gonna lie, guys. If you wanted to do this for a living, to do right-hand drive conversion for people, more power to you, but this is my first and last one. I ain't doing it. If somebody's doing it, am I willing to give them a hand and help them out? But as far as me doing another one, probably not. It's just a lot of work. I mean, as you can see, I'm doing it the right way. That's how you unfold the body and then put it back just like how Honda was assembled. Don't be cutting the car in half and, you know, like some people do it. There's a structure, the structure to the front end of the car, the way it's designed right there. But anyways, guys, this is it. Hope you enjoyed this video and I didn't confuse you even more than you already confused. Try to do your right-hand drive conversion, or, you know what I'm saying, just watching this video and, you know, oh, okay, cool, interesting. Alright guys, well, I wish you guys a good one, and you know, wish you guys a great one over here in Arkansas. We're looking about 28 degrees right now. It is pretty cold. Thanks to K-Tune, as you can tell, I got this nice and warm beanie up in here. And yeah, till next time, Vasile Garage to you. And one more thing, don't forget, you're awesome. You're watching this, you're awesome. And I mean it from the heart. God bless you.